Hi guys, welcome to another super exciting episode of Unusual Eunice Certitude. First up, I'd like to apologize. Sometimes we have unseen circumstance. I was supposed to have with me today an amazing guest in the person of Mr. Jude Orobigo. Mr. Jude Orobigo is an elder statesman from Delta State and also the senior pastor of Good News Central Church, Efurun, Delta State. But I know if you, I don't know how I feel right now because we had a lot to talk about. But like I said earlier, well, man proposes and God disposes. So first off, I would like to say Happy Democracy Day to every Nigerian on the face of this planet. If democracy is being practiced in Nigeria, that's another story. But that would not stop me from saying Happy Democracy Day to every Nigerian on this planet. And I would also like to give my condolence to Prophet T.B. Joshua's wife and kids and his family for his demise a few days back. I don't know. Someone was saying to me that it has happened again, that there's just a way that God calls his prophets, the ones that really do serve him. Then I listened to the circumstances surrounding TB Joshua's death. He just, went in to pray, and then the angels just came, and then they took the soul away. If that's true, if it's not, I do not know. But I just want to put it out there that someone said to me that history has once again repeated itself. Okay, well, without further ado, not forgetting, not forgetting, not forgetting Tiwa Savage and Shay Shay. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Listen up, ladies. You are both African divas. We Nigerians are proud of you. Why be it that you guys come and I see why I see you the same way I see Beyonce. I think sometimes you should learn to take a walk. And Shay, I know sometimes, for me, I'm also highly temperamental. But sometimes we should kind of, maybe just bite our tongue for 10 minutes before we even go further to express our grievances or how we truly do feel. All I'm saying is the both of you are Nigerian Amazons in the music industry. You're two great giants, two amazing artists, amazing women. Please, sometimes let's maybe just walk away. Maybe just walk away. He who fights and run away lives to fight another day. Okay, well, like I said earlier, I was supposed to be here with Mr. Jude Orobigo, and we had a lot to talk about. It really saddens my heart now to see the state where Nigeria is right now. I received a phone call 2 days ago from a friend of mine, and she told me this story of a lady that owns a small store in Kilo. Kilo is a street in Surulere. Yeah, this lady sells beads and what have you, beads for women, beads for men, for chiefs, for queens, for princes, both expensive beads and not expensive beads. And then some set of young Nigerian men in Lagos. I don't understand where or how we got to this. Yes, we understand the government might not be satisfying the way you want it to be. But should we now start robbing each other? And the set of young men paraded themselves, entered this lady's shop, and robbed her of everything, her money, her goods, robbed her of everything. The boys in the neighborhood were like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. They were trying to chase them, only for them to turn around and they opened fire. and they started shooting. Bypassers that were standing on their own, minding their business at the bus stop, waiting on their bus. 4 of them got hit by bullets. Which way, Nigeria? I have a lot to say, yet I don't think it's the right time to say what I want to say. The government is treating everyone bad enough. Why are we stealing from each other? Why are some of you using this as an opportunity to start robbing? The last time there was a protest as to end SARS, we were all excited here, like, okay, for once the youth, you want to take over. And then the protest became another kind of robbery scenario. Why are we mixing this together? If we're coming out for a protest, for our voices to be heard, let's know where do we really stand? I understand there is hunger. There is hunger way 30 times more than it's ever been. I understand the government has failed the Nigerian youth. I was close to tears reading the caption where Buhari said, well, if they don't want to listen, he's going to speak the language they understand. Are you talking to animals here or people? The same people that came out to deem it fit to put you there thinking you're a man of integrity. I remember when the election period was coming up. I don't know if a lot of you remember this too. Brothers turned against each other. Best friends turned against each other. People started fighting each other just because some people stood unequivocally with Buhari. For whatever reason, I still do not know. And look at what we have now. Now, the Fulani heads, let's start with the Fulani people. The Fulani people, of what good are they to Nigerians? When the Fulani people showed up in the now Sokoto state, Usman Danfodio and his people, when they showed up, was it Gentle that was the king then in 1804? He was not suspecting of these people. He accepted them. And in a twinkle of an eye, between 1804 and 1808, the Fulani Caliphate took over half of the northern region. Over half of the northern region. Killing people, destroying properties, destroying people's futures. They further moved. They moved into Ilori. I want you to follow me on this. They are Fonja of Ilori that did not realize that you got to know people before you even accept them in. How can you accept a total stranger in your house without even knowing one or two things about them? And he did the same thing. Ilori is one of Yoruba's empire. And they took over Ilori. Ilori tonight is still being ruled by the Sokoto Caliphate. And they moved into Edo State, taking over Sabungida Ora, and then the Edo people and the Delta people realized, yo, if we let these people go, we're going to regret this. And they fought it. We were able to send them away. Now, look at this story so far. These Fulani people, what else did they bring? What have they brought so far in the history of Nigeria other than their regular tears and blood? And they're still doing the same thing, going to every state in Nigeria. When I was born in Lagos State, there was tap water. There was tap water. Every house had tap water. If your house didn't have a tap water, down the road, 3-4 houses away, there is a public tap water. Now, how did we get here? Now we have Fulani men giving us water, supplying us water in the house every day. These people know your exit. They know your bedroom. They know every nook and cranny of your homes. And you want to blame the Fulani headsmen? No, I would say the government should be solely responsible. If there was tap water running in every homes, we would need no Fulani headsmen to give us water. I also received a mail. The lady was telling me as she's typing, she's in tears because she has families back home. I've got family back home too. I got friends back home too. And from nowhere, whose idea was it to turn Nigeria, the name, well, not like I was ever a fan of the name Nigeria, because what does it even mean? What does it stand for? But I mean, not only did you dish us out the name Nigeria for the longest time, now you're also trying to force another name now. What's UAR? What in God's name is UAR? If we're talking about United African Nation, then let the whole of Africa be one. Why dividing us? Why placing the border? Why dividing? I don't get this. Harry, when I watched your interview with Arise TV, I should think Arise TV, after a long time of you keeping mute, you sometimes I wonder when you talk, do you realize you're talking to your own people? They're your people, the people that thought you were the best thing that would happen to this country. So you're talking to the youth, you're telling them if they want jobs, they have to behave themselves. I went on Google to actually find out the meaning of behaving oneself. Maybe you need to tell us, how do you want them to behave themselves? The same youth that struggled a whole lot to go to school, and then they get out of school, they don't get jobs. They're frustrated out there on the street with nothing forthcoming from both the local and the federal government. A government that does not even know its people. So we have biometrics in Nigeria for you to say, oh, yes, I am a Nigerian. And then they go check and they find out you're a Nigerian. In all ramification, your government has totally failed us, Buhari. And it's only honorable for you to step down and let somebody else take charge. Can't you see we're at the brinks of, I don't even want to say. No one wants war. Not to forget, I also received a mail when a gentleman said to me, listen, Eunice, whenever there is a revolution, a few heads must roll. In quotes, he said, Idi Amin. Do we have to get to this? Online, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, I read a caption of Obasanjo saying, we have to pray to God for Nigeria. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Pray to God. When you and every one of you know exactly what Nigeria's problem is. How long do you want to keep fooling people with religion, ethnic division? If you ask me, I grew up knowing that I am from Nigeria, a country known as Wazobia. Wa come, Zo come, Bia come, from three different languages, three different people that have come together to live as one. I'm okay with that. Just so you know, I'm not an advocate for, oh, let's split. But if that's the only way, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? I want to believe at this point, every Nigerian citizen should have one incentive or the other from the government. Rather, all these government workers that we put in high and mighty offices, it looks like we gave them heels to trample upon us. Isn't it strange and very evil for someone to own a warehouse filled with money? A warehouse filled with money. You want to know how stupid that fellow is? A rich man's wealth, a rich man's wealth is in his city. Why keep a whole lot of money in a freaking warehouse when you can create a lot of things? Jobs, infrastructure, low income housing, school bus, better school, water, lights. Now everything is being privatized. God. Like I said, I have a lot to say. It just hurts me that my guest on the show today, and I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to wait till I have him again on the show, and then we're going to talk about it. Now, when they started the NSAS movement, suddenly on every social media platform, I saw all kind of political parties springing up. Youth, Youth Democratic Party, Youth Democratic Movement, all sorts. And then gradually it's fizzling out. Listen, people, there are only two recognized political party in Nigeria: PDP, APC. And these two political parties, they still have the same set of people, the same set of blood-sucking demons that would rather suck from their own and supply others. That's a story for another day. They are the same 10 and 10 pence. So it's either we're going towards PDP or we're going towards APC. Nonsense. 2023, another election is around the corner. This is halftime 2021. Now is the time for every one of you out there, all of us being youth of Nigeria. Let's get serious. Let's get serious and start a proper political party movement. It's not a time to start fighting each other. Why are we they're trying to make it Igbo? It's always been Igbo fighting Yoruba, Yoruba fighting Hausa. It's always been this from from the inception or from inception. Why don't we look beyond that? Because when we get petty things to fight about, major things are flying over our head. It's Democracy Day. Are we actually practicing democracy? Threatening the people. Threatening the people. Is that a part of democracy? You coming out on a social media platform and comfortably saying you will speak the language they understand. And they remember the Civil War, you speak the language they understand. You're not talking to fools. You're talking to legal, eligible Nigerians. They put you there, don't make you better than anybody. who speak the language. And then when that was taken away from Twitter, you chose for Twitter to be automatically shut down in a country where there are a whole lot of people whose businesses thrive based on Twitter. Taking things away from people just because you feel you can, just because you feel you're so powerful, you could do whatever. And then I start to ask, what were you thinking as a people? You didn't feel history was going to repeat itself? Putting Buhari there in the first place, tell me, what did you see him do that made you feel he was going to do better? Oh, well, jokes here. Now, I'm appealing to the youth of Nigeria. Guys, I understand. I totally understand. I totally understand that the economy is nothing to write home about. I totally understand that the government don't care about you. I totally understand that the government even wants you guys to dig your grave and bury yourselves in it. But is violence? Is violence the answer to anything? Do you know that you can't even send away hate with hate? You can send hate away by showing love. You don't get what I mean. Yes, we have a right to protest, to say we do not want this. But please don't be violent. Please don't take it out on other people. Like the young lady you went, okay, I'll tell you another story. I heard this happen somewhere around Shita. This lady was on a phone call. She was on a phone call right on the bus stop in Shita, on a phone call when two guys on the bike. The guy tried to, snatch away her phone, and she held her phone tightly. The grip was tighter. This woman was backing her baby. Do you know these boys took away the baby when they couldn't take the phone? And their bike right sped off. Were they actually there to steal the lady's phone or to steal the lady's baby? Which way Nigeria? And how the politicians, both male and female, how you guys sleep at night with all these things happening around you baffles me. I don't think any politician in Nigeria should be offered visa to any country outside Africa anymore. As a matter of fact, should not be offered any visa out of Nigeria. Let's all face this together. The people has had enough. Enough is enough. I don't know how much to how. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, how do you sleep at night? Bola, how do you sleep at night? You gave us Muhammadu Buhari because you thought after a while you were going to come in. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you will never be the president of Nigeria. I repeat, by the special grace of God that owns today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you will never be the president of Nigeria. Never, ever. You won't rule. No, 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 no. My heart is heavy. We don't even know where this is going to lead to, what is going to happen. The whole world is watching every Nigerian out there, their life being taken out one after the other. What did we do wrong? To have trust in a particular man to lead us, feeling is the answer. We bought Tinubu's lies. because Tinubu brought us Muhammadu Buhari. And ever since he stepped on that seat, it's been chaos, catastrophe, death, what name it. I don't even know if people still live in Benue State. They killed a whole lot of people in Benue State. They were killing them every day, every minute, people, every minute. And we're supposed to have a government that rules this country. People from Benue started running away from their own states. We didn't bother about it. Some days back, some village called Igongom, they went there, killed like 16 to 18 people, both young and old. And we're still all here watching. I don't know which way Nigeria from here. Oh, Nigeria, my Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria, my Nigeria. How greed, shamelessness, senselessness, stupidity has eaten so deep in the heart and the soul of our leaders. So long as they are satisfied, they don't even care about the country they loot from. But it's just going to be for a short time. Because Nigeria will rise again. I just don't know if it's still going to be Nigeria or Yoruba Nation or UAR. Tinubu, please have some sense. Fashola, have some sense. Obasanjo, have some sense. This is your country. It's your pride. I don't know how else to say this. Do you know the first time I heard the song, Which Way Nigeria? I was a very little girl. And 30-something years after, we're still saying, Which Way Nigeria? When are we going to stop being greedy? Well, on this note, like I said earlier, I just couldn't help but just come here and first off apologize for my guests that didn't show up today, and also, just share my thoughts with you. Anyway, until I come your way again next week, please stay safe, as we do not know what the next step would be. And if you think the protest or the rally, you can't go on with it, please opt out. You don't want no Nigerian youth dying anymore. Well, it's like come your way next week. Stay safe. Stay strong. We shall overcome someday, like they always say. But we will overcome someday. It's like come your way next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.
TV.